A busy night for the school board tonight. New tonight, school board members approved the district's proposed budget for the upcoming school year, and it comes with a $333 million price tag. WECT's Mackenzie Bruns was at the new Hanover County Board of Education meeting tonight. Mackenzie, the district is asking the county for more than what's in last year's budget.
That's right, Fran. The district is asking the county for about $3.4 million more than last year. School leaders say the increase would help support staff and cover the rising costs. It's budget season, and New Hanover County Schools is laying out a big price tag, a more than $333 million plan for the upcoming school year.
Priorities remain what they are, which is in funding student-facing positions as much as possible.
The district is asking the county for more than $110 million, about $3.4 million more than the budget last year. A large portion of that increase would go towards staff, including a proposed 3% raise for all employees. Dr. Christopher Barnes says that raise is long overdue.
The bulk of our staff did not see a raise last year. The state did not authorize one. We assume the state is going to provide a 3% raise this year, so we've budgeted for that. Board
member Pat Bradford says the process has been months in the making, and she's confident in the result.
This will be the second year that we've brought a very transparent and easy to understand balanced budget with basically no contention in it whatsoever compared to what it was 3 years ago.
But even with that progress, pressure remains.
There's always shortfalls. I've said this for a couple of years now. We're at a subsistence level. We are making do with just what we can afford.
Complicating matters, the state still has not passed its own budget. Funding is also tied to enrollment, and the district says those numbers are declining.
So making sure that we follow the state mandates, class-size laws, and do things that we know are good for kids is more and more difficult as the state's funding gets tighter and tighter.
For now, the district has made its request. What happens next is out of their hands. The proposal will now go in front of commissioners later this month. Mackenzie Bruns, WECT News.